Good evening, wonderful people, great dear friends, wherever you are on the face of this very planet Earth, especially those of you watching me live on Instagram. I welcome each and every one of you, and as I do welcome you, as always, I will ask you to welcome those around you. The time now is precisely 2 minutes past 7 p.m. in the blessed land of Biafra. And I should say, by the same number of minutes past the top of the hour, regardless of where you are. I welcome you by saying good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of you, because unlike any other, this very broadcast, simulcast on multiple platforms, this very day, morning, noon, or night, depending on where you are, is being relayed right across the face of this very planet Earth. A lot of people are watching, a lot of people are listening, and many of you will be blessed as a result of it. And as I do welcome you, please endeavor, or should I say, try to welcome other people as well. As you know, Facebook is doing their best to try to suppress what we are doing. They are trying to frustrate us into submission that we may not be able to broadcast as Chukwuka Abiyama has mandated us to, but they have failed very, very woefully. And they will continue to fail. Today's date is the 8th day of March in the year of our Most High Elohim 2021. My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra all over the world, the director of Radio Biafra and Biafra Television, and by the very special grace of the Most High Elohim, a servant of the wonderful people of Biafra. Regardless of where you are, as I said earlier, we are welcoming you. And we are going to pray as it is customary for us to do here. If you want to see me live, see me, I should say, not just hear my voice. You go to my Instagram handle, I should say. It is _. You know, the slash that is at the bottom, _official. A lot of people, I wouldn't say a lot of people, there are about, how many of you? I think about 99 people are now watching. Am I correct? Yes, I think roughly about that. And it's owned by Facebook as well, incidentally, so it won't surprise me if they try to kick us out sometime during the course of this very, I should say, enlightening program this very evening. Once again, I welcome each and every one of you. And before we proceed, we are going to pray. As it is usual with us here on this platform, we pray because we are nothing without the Almighty Chukwuka Abiyama Purumi Hanine. We are going to offer praise and adoration to Him as always, and I will, of course, should I say, unfailingly pray in the language of heaven. Some may misunderstand, some of them may try to misconstrue, but one thing is certain right now, in the presence of the Almighty God, Elohim Adonai El Shaddai in heaven, the angels are singing, worshiping, and praising the Most High with the very oldest language on the face of this very earth, the Igbo language. And that's how I'm going to pray. Ezi onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ ime ihe niile, Chukwu okike Abịama bụ onye anyị na-efe na-agọzi aha nsọ ya, onye ọbụla ya na-achị, onye mmụọ na mmadụ na-erubere isi, onye ọbụla ya bụ ọkaka. Ụbọchị ene ka anyị na-etuga eze ebube dị ngọzi, mmalite na ọgwụgwụ. Ndị Igbo wee tuo oge ebighị ebi, onye nwe m, ụmụ gị wee gbakọọ n'ụwa niile iwe nara ozi ọma nke gị onwe gị n'ezi ha site n'ọnụ mmadụ dị ndụ nna nke ebere dị ngọzi. Anyị wee na-asị na onweghị ihe ọbụla nke anyị onwe anyị bụ n'ihi na ọ bụ anụkpa ahụ sọsọ ka mmadụ dị ndụ bụ. Ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ, maka na okwu nsọ gị na-adịrị ma ruo mgbe ebighị ebi. N'ihi na okwu gị niile ga-abịarịrị na mmezu, ọbịa mere Biafra ga-eji wee bịa na mgbe nke anyị. Anyị wee na-akpọkụ gị wee na-arịọ gị na-asị, lekwa ude nke anyị na-asụ n'akwa nke anyị na-ebe ka o metụta gị n'obi. Onye nwe m na Chineke nna nke igwe, biko dịka isi wee napụta ụmụ gị n'ọbụ n'Ijipt kwetu wee wezuga ụmụ gị bụ ndị Biafra mgbodo ekwensu bụ zuu nke mmadụ dị ndụ kere. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma, na-asị gị n'ime ọnọdụ anyị na anyị ga-ekele ha nsọ gị, wee nye gị nsọpụrụ n'ụtụ na-eji ama mgbe niile. N'ihi na anyị enweghị chi ọzọ ewezuga gị, anyị onwe anyị anaghị efe arụsị. Ọbịa mere iji wee na-agọzi nzọmụkwụ anyị niile. Ọbịa mere IPOB ji wee gbaa mgbọrọgwụ n'ụwa niile, anyị anaghị atụ egwu mmadụ dị ndụ. Anyị wee na-eto gị eze ebube dị ngọzi, sị gị biko gbatara anyị ọsọ enyemaka. Ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye anyị na-efe nwanyị akpụ isi ala nye, ka i wee napụta ndị gị n'ọbụ nke ekwensu. Anyị wee na-enye gị ofe na nsọpụrụ na ija mma, na-asị lekwa ka ndị iro anyị niile ka kasisi wee baa ha ọnụ, ha wee daa hapụghị ikuni ọzọ. Obodo ekwensu bụ zu ala nwekwa n'iyi eze ebube dị ngọzi. anya ọnwa anyị bụ ụmụ gị wee na-akpọkwa ha nsọ gị na-asị na enweghị chi ọzọ ewezụga gị anyị wee na-aja gị mma wee na-eto gị na-asị onye kere ihe niile kere eke mana nwe onye kere na n'otuto niile na nsọpụrụ niile na ịja mma niile site n'ebighị mara onye ebighị ka a na-arịọ gị ise ise ise. Having handed over our proceedings to heaven, we must therefore proceed unfailingly and very speedily to preach this very gospel that we have been mandated to preach this very day, because heaven and earth will bear us witness that they came in their time and the gospel of redemption was preached and men were saved from their folly. This evening I will start by calling upon Bishop Coker, or should I say all the Catholics around the world, to please warn Bishop Coker to desist from making statements and comments that will annoy God Almighty in heaven. If he continues in the manner that we have deduced he is likely to follow, then I will place curse on him in public. I'm not saying this very lightly because he is a man that I have enormous regard and respect for. Bishop Coker, I respect him. I love him immensely. But he came up with some statements which are, should I say, unbecoming of a sensible, reasonable human being. Therefore, he must retrace his steps. We must also remind ourselves that a few days ago, I said something about those of them trying their damnedest best to try to keep Nigeria together, a zoological republic that should not exist in the first place. And this evening, I want to reinforce this very fact, that the curse that I placed upon United Kingdom, a people that I revere and I love very much.
All right, welcome back to my channel. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. I don't want to waste more time. I know why I started with Master MNK's broadcast. We are not here to listen to this. We have played it in the past. I just want to play for some minutes, just to wait for some people to join us. And finally, some of you are here already. I can see Essence watching on comment. And John is here with us, Oliver. Great to you, Oliver. Also, you're welcome. Please make sure you like the video and share it widely. You see, today we have, I believe today, right? USB government are coming, you know, they're going to broadcast today. I think 6 p.m. if I'm not mistaken. So that is why we have to go straight to the world, why we are here to discuss about a few things. As you can see on the title, I am here to respond to some of the Ofekes, and there's one person that we're going to center our conversation on. I don't know her. She's an elderly woman, but she thinks she's smart, and she thinks she's very, very intelligent. But before we bring her video, you know, before we play it, I would like to say something. You see, one thing you need to understand in this life is whatever you want, how you want people to see you, you have to start behaving like that. Like you have to comport yourself for you to command respect. The moment you begin to think that you are Alpha and Omega, that nobody, after all, you are of age, after all, you are this, you are that, automatically you are calling people to respond to you in a way that you may not like. If you want to, with this word they said, dress the way you want to be addressed. Sometimes talk the way you want to be replied. Sometimes comport yourself the way you want to be respected. If you want to command respect from people, you want people to see you as intelligent and smart, you want to command respect, you have to respect yourself. Imagine if you are naked and you don't want people to discuss how your nakedness looks. You don't want people, you hate it when people talk about your body shape. But you also hate to wear clothes. When you remove your clothes, automatically you want people to describe how your body, how the shape you have. Do you understand? So you cannot just go naked and feel agitated or you are protesting when people talk about how your body looks. It is your duty to cover your body. It's your duty to comport yourself the way you want it to be, the way you want people to address you. I don't know who sent me this video. I wish I can remember the person. But I have watched the video. I watched it maybe 4 or 5 days ago. In fact, last week. And I decided not to talk about it. And she made another video. Okay, so I'm going to keep quiet for now. Let us hear from her. Let us hear from her. And it's very, very important to me because she's not just one, she's just one out of many who think alike. Pay close attention. Let's go there.
No, I don't want to talk about. I'm going to talk about reluctantly. A topic that several people have been hassling me for ages to comment on. And I've been criticized for not doing so, for reasons I will explain. And that topic is MNK, the controversial leader of IPOP, who has just been sentenced to life imprisonment on terrorism charges. Now, why do people feel that it's strange that I haven't mentioned him? Because not every journalist mentions every topic that's reigning at any point in time. Well, first of all, my mother is Igbo, so I'm expected as a kind of half-caste to be deeply interested in everything that happens to Igbo people in the Southeast and beyond. Secondly, I'm a senior journalist, so even though not every journalist comments on every issue that hits the headlines,
you must pay attention to whatever she's saying, because this is part of the thing that we want to talk about here. I don't want to go against the reason why we are here. I want us to focus on one thing, and that thing is to, understand whatever she's saying, so that we are not going to, when we start replying, you will not miss some of those things. I don't want to play the video because I'm sharing it, so that is why I cannot just pause and comment, because the advert will be too many there. So that's why I have to play it, longer than usual. Then we can now respond to her. Okay. Now let's continue. A moment. Excuse me. Okay.
It's a major issue, and journalist of my seniority, is expected to have an opinion. And maybe the most compelling reason why people expect me to have an opinion and to say something is that my father, Ignatius Swade Kubara, who was the Biafran ambassador to London during the Civil War.
Okay. Her father is ambassador to London during the Civil War, meaning that this is a Biafran passport as of that time. This is her father's document, and their father is a diplomat, Biafran diplomat in London. Her father. Pay close attention. Let's continue.
Was Ujuku's representative.
Okay.
Though he himself was not Igbo, he's an Ogoni man from Rivers State, but like quite a few Niger Delta minorities, such as General Effiong, who's from Akwa Ibom, who was from Akwa Ibom, Daddy decided to support Biafra. He did not see it as a purely Igbo struggle. Anyway, so some people call me Ada Biafra because they remember my father very clearly. I was brought up in a household that believed in Biafra. So why is it that these young people who are now carrying Biafran flags and talking about Biafra have not elicited any reaction from me in public? Well, I suppose in a way I'm rather miffed, because I kind of feel that they hijacked a brand that doesn't really belong to them. I suppose it didn't belong.
Now that Biafran, that she according to her, that now that she's seeing people carrying Biafran flag running around, she felt like these people hijack Biafra that does not belong to them, and neither does it belong to her. That's what she's trying to say. It don't belong to her because she said that it's from is it Ogoni land? I've forgotten the town she says her father came from. But her mother is an Igbo woman, and her father happened to serve in Biafra as of that time as a diplomat, ambassador in London to London and what have you. So that the UK, and this woman actually know those things. Listen.
Of either But it's like if you have a company and then you hear that somebody else is using the same company name, you're not too happy about it because you have
Okay, so to her now, Biafra is like a company that's other people are now using the name of the company, and the company, the name of the company actually belong to you. So you will not be too happy about it. In her mind, the Biafra of these days belong to Igbos, and they are still maintaining the name that does not belong to Igbo people. And somehow she's not happy about it. But she just told you that the name does not belong to her region as well. But as long as it's South and Igbos, she wants to segregate, even though her mother is an Igbo woman.
some kind of proprietorial sense of ownership around that name. So I know that all these IPOP people and supporters of Nandi are going to start harassing my life. And I don't really care. But that's another reason why I've kept quiet. It's because I don't like that kind of net mentality, which they sometimes display.
Okay, now underline that word, that she don't like mob mentality. That's like kind of doubt, and which sometimes they display, according to her. Okay, mob mentality. And when you're trying to find out what is the meaning of when you say that somebody is displaying mob mentality, you are a kind of alaye life, uneducated people that are not civilized, people that are they prefer to to engage themselves in violence than dialogue, or try your best to understand what she's trying to say about mob mentality. People that can talk anyhow without bringing any logical reasons. Listen.
Anyway, I must say, and I'm choosing my words very carefully, but I'll probably still offend lots of people.
Before she offends a lot of people, speaking of mob mentality, the people that she's supporting now, which is the state, are they behaving? It doesn't mean that she doesn't see mob mentality from them. Like you just arrest somebody and tie the person without any trial, without any investigation, nothing. That's mob mentality, like jungle justice. So you don't think that people that are, because she's now eating and abetting with this system, and that's why she just felt like it doesn't really matter as long as I can feed myself here. Because one thing about black people is this: they will be very loud talking. I'm not talking about any ethnic group now. I'm talking about the black race. This is a problem to all of us. We often have our voice very loud on some things, especially when we are not benefiting from that. The moment they started giving you something to eat from that, you be soft in some of those things that you used to talk for. You used to be very loud, and before you like. Remember when Oshomere was something like labor union chairman, something like that in Nigeria. He used to call for strike, giving a federal government headache until he became a governor. That mentality disappeared. Dino Melayo used to speak like an activist until he became a senator. The story changed. That is black people for you. White man, no. They always remember their humble beginning. This woman, after knowing what your father passed through, maybe your father did not go to war, and as a diplomat, he's not, no, war is not his thing, but at least he witnessed it, and I believe that you yourself at your age, you witness it as a child, as a girl, a young girl. So you must have seen some of the things, and you're educated. You must have read some books, watch video, some videos and all that, and you don't ask yourself, why did your father error? Why did they fail? What happened? What happened then? What was the reason why your father? What is that your father saw? I said to support Biafra then. Are those things are they still in existence or not? As a young girl who witnessed all those things, what is your take? What are you doing differently now? Now you say you're a journalist, and we know what journalist in Nigeria means. Trying to incubate evil, trying to have a way of preserving evil, and favor the state, the structure that we're gonna feed you and all that. as long as you're a state person, is okay. And that is a no-no for people like us, because I'm not an agitator. I keep on telling you that. But when if I see, if I can, at least I'm old enough to know that this thing is wrong, this thing is right. In as much as we disagree on many things, like how you want Nigeria to work at your age, you should have some question to answer, because well, that's one thing that people, this politicians don't do, because nobody is questioning them. You are 18, 19, 70, and you have been in the system, you couldn't fix it. And the next thing you do is to try to lecture young ones how to do it. Did you do it right when you were young? What is your performance? You couldn't even fix it. And yet your own is to police and to checkmate other people, how they're doing, what they say. So if you know how to say, look at the country. What is your contribution? What's your father's contribution? What did you do in your own youthful age? Nothing. Now you are old enough to face camera and begin to analyze other people's performance. But when you are young like that, did you do anything? That says no. What can you do differently? What did you even do that make you think that you have the audacity now to question anybody or to interrogate people? When people reply you the way you talk, they say, "Oh, you are very arrogant." Igbos don't respect people. That's mob to hand, and is a mob mentality. But what did you display as an adult? What did you display? What did you show as an adult? Nothing. So many people like this. So many. Just like in Biafra movement as today, somebody will tell you that the person is not getting it right. We need action. They ignore the problem. People that are waiting to see you carry that action, to make sure that they send you behind the bar. How about the Master Margano? How about the PM? And some people still come out and ask you, where is the action? Show us the action. Then you ask them, this is the road to do the action. Why don't you start the action? They will tell you, no, I'm not the leader. Nobody's, see, you know what to do to become a leader. If you want to lead, do that thing that you want the other people to do. Why don't you start it on your own? You can mobilize people. If you start from maybe little by little, people will not see that, oh, they will not queue to promote you, to support you, to do what they can do to get it done. But you don't want to be seen as a leader. Your own is to check the way she talked, the way he laughed now. He laughed like he's very, very proud of himself. I don't like arrogant leader. Okay. You love the one that is humble, right? And calm. Okay. Why don't you come and lead by example? No, I don't want. I'm too busy with my work. But you are not busy to analyze. Let's continue.
There is no comparison in my mind between the people who call themselves Biafrans today and the people who were Biafrans during the Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
My father and his colleagues, starting of course with Ojukwu, they were very well educated people, very gentlemanly. So yes, they were street fighters if they felt they had to. Yes, they went to war. Yes, they were guerrilla freedom fighters.
Now you understand it because your father is involved. Everything, yes, the guerrilla war, freedom fight. Then and now is not the same. The Nigerian set of people that you met during that war is not longer the same now. During that war, Arabian war, they are not much in Nigeria. Like, they don't have much say. They do, but not as it is now. Do you have something like Boko Haram then? The answer is no. There's this kind of mentality then that even a northern Christian can lead like a war. Can you see a northern Christian now coming up as a Karuni person, becoming as a head of the state? Now, is it possible? The answer is no. Automatically no. What your father and Ojukwu faced then is totally different from what they have now. And don't expect people to become like your father that era now. And why are you even discussing about that era? Do they succeed? The answer is no. It's not their fault though. They tried. I cannot just downplay their effort, no. But you making it look like people talking about Biafran freedom now are just a bunch of nuisance. They are just, these are touts people who don't know their left or right. You are making caricature of yourself because you are being. I presume that you're supposed to be. I feel that you're educated. I don't want to insult you. I'm trying to be nice. I don't want to I don't want to be, I don't want to tag this video to her because she may feel that you are insulting her on social media. That's what because people with this kind of mentality, once you correct them, they will start reminding you that they are old enough. This is my age. Respect my age. But that your age did not allow you to know what you're saying and when to say it. People, so many of us, Igbo people, hate violence. We hate criminality. We hate this kind of killing. Oh, they buy Mr. A, they buy there, they arrest. Go and check Amnesty International. The list of people that disappeared in Igbo land. Did your father encounter that kind of thing then? The answer is no. You can see it now. They are not the same thing. So doing this, your comparison is laughable. Pure laughable. And you are just trying to show that you can talk. You say you're a journalist. And I can sense some element of pride. I don't know you are where you are today by compensation, because when they say no victor, no vanquish, I believe most of the people that are so-called stakeholders then, they kind of have a privilege somehow, even though when others are panicking, hiding their son name and all that. You guys are proud to mention your name because the state of Nigeria state have a way of making you feel that you are, that you are not being targeted. But your people are being targeted. They are targeting your people. Today you are not saying that you are distancing yourself from Igbo people. Oh yeah, my tribe is this, my tribe is that. But when you go to country like Spain, they have other tribe in their midst, but they respect each other. In UK, United Kingdom, they call it United Kingdom for a reason. It's not only one tribe. But what they did is this, they make sure that everybody have a way of living them, practicing their culture and living their life. That is what Biafra is all about. It's not about Igbo people. But somehow we are mocking Igbo people now for retaining the name Biafra, so that you from the other tribe will not feel that it is Igbo thing. Despite retaining the name, some of you are still going crazy. I don't want to associate myself with Igbo. I don't want to be Igbo. Don't look at a normal state creation. I was not in support of it. Now I am now. Why? Because I realized now that thousands of them in riverine area are just Biafra, in the day and Nigerian at night. And the best way to define this is that that boundary adjustment is going to help. That's why I'm in support of it. I don't believe that state creation will change anything. It's a way of allocating money to other political gangsters. And I'm not a fan of that. But as long as our Igbo people are in Delta State, in Kogi, in Benin, my dream is for them to come home. Not to come home because I want to gain something from them, like some of them are saying that you want them to come to join you because of their natural resources. Look, God did not deprive us of natural resources. The so-called five state that some of you are descending yourself from that won't belong to everybody. From Anambra to Enugu, Ebonyi, Imo, Abia, we are one. I cannot see myself treating an Anambra man so special and ignore a boy man, because I know that we are all one blood. And you from Anyoma, from Delta, from Abo, and all these places that are Igbo people. First thing, you guys they said that the Igbo is somehow not the same. The way they speak is totally different. They don't want to be this, they don't want to be that. But guess what? We all have different dialects. When somebody from Ihiala speak their dialect, you can tell that it's from Ihiala if you know. Somebody who come from Onitsha speak their own dialect, you can see that Onitsha person is speaking. If Sukaman speak, somebody from Izi, but still speak, you can see. But we still have one language, Igbo Zube, Central Igbo. I have a friend from Abo. I have a friend from what's the name of this? Not on the Chubo. He said, "Look, in fact, I said the time with that number here. He's gonna watch the video. He's following me here. One of my best friends. His Igbo is very, very clear to me. He speak. So this issue, because that one we have solved, we have talked about that one. Yet some of you are still going crazy because, in summary of what this woman is saying here, she don't see herself as Igbo person, and this is an must in her mind that the Igbo people are trying to run away with the word Biafra. When Biafra was mentioned, it's not even from your own community, but to you now, they should give you back Igbo people and their thing. Let them go. I don't blame you guys doing that because we are being humiliated in Nigerian space. Nobody wants to associate with a failure. I'm not saying we are failure practically, but people see us as a failure because of the war. And it is now our duty as a people to come together and tell our story. Not somebody come from one place telling me that Bishop Ajayi Kolada is the one that gave us the ABCD. He is the one that did this and did that. That's a bunch of lies. And I don't think any sensible Igbo person will buy to that. Let us continue listening to her. Just pay attention.
Some people probably thought they were thugs. But I grew up knowing Daddy, his boss, and his colleagues. And I would say that primarily these were gentlemen who fought.
Who fought what? Just a moment.
Justice had been done, and I say that they were essentially civilized. Certainly, people like General Effiong, Uncle Alex Modu, Sisi Mojeku, I can name many of them, Uncle Garrick Layton, Uncle Jim Odo. These men were heroes, and they had a lot of class. So when I listen to the rhetoric that has been spewed out by Nnamdi Kanu and some of his followers, I'm really quite shocked because, there are ways of expressing anger against individuals, organizations, governments, countries, or even entire ethnic groups without sinking into the bottom of the gutter. And I myself sometimes have felt very upset about the way certain elements in northern Nigeria behave. But I don't think that it is right for an entire group to be described as animals, namas, or whatever it is. It's just, it's distasteful. I haven't followed their hate speeches enough to know exactly who they target. I've only heard the one about calling northerners namas.
Mazagan have never called northerners namas. You see, she's a journalist, and I'm not surprised. Because for you to be a very good journalist, you have to learn from Ruben Abati. If you want to know how Nigerian journalists behave, Ruben Abati is a typical example of a very clear example of Nigerian journalists. Rufai is is exempted. I'm not saying he's his best, but you can't comparing Ruben Abati with Rufai is an insult to Rufai. Is an insult to journalism. But this woman somehow, so many of them, their role model is people like Ruben Abati. Somebody who is filled with bigotry, who never appreciate any other tribe apart from where he come from. And that is what this woman is trying to do. But unfortunately to her, she's not rooted with Yoruba blood. And she's, at the end of the day, she's still in Yemeni, I don't know what it's like. You come down to Southeast, you want to, disassociate yourself with your people simply because you are from one tribe or another. I'm not saying you must be able, God forbid. Left for me, if I'm in position of Master MNK, Biafra has come a long time ago. You know why? Because I will not even agitate for that Igbo from other parts. If they carve you out, they carve you out. Until you show me a sign that you need the help. Yes, now I know some of you may not accept what I'm saying, but I can't stand somebody who speaks Igbo saying to me, telling me one on one that I'm not an Igbo person. That's an insult in the highest order. You can't see it insult at the highest order. You can't see it from any other tribe. You will not see this kind of thing from the northern part of Nigeria. Yorubas can't even do it. Shaware, if Shaware happened to be in Igbo land today, like just reverse this issue. Shaware is a job. Shaware is a job in Yoruba land. This show already you are hearing, we are sure is a job, allegedly. Okay, I was told. I'm not saying that I have his best certificate, please, but was told that his parents are his job tribe in Yoruba land. But have you seen Shoro say telling you that no, I am not Yoruba man? No, he even described himself more Yoruba than it is people that are reminding him. Why? Because to them, Yorubas are not, they are protected, like the system is favorable to them. But Igbos are passing through persecution. Nobody wants to associate themselves with Igbo. Why? Even the Igbos are denying they are not Igbo because they want to be something. That's why some of them, before they become governor, they have to go to Sokoto to tie the sheet and give them with this long staff. After everything, they will reward them with governorship and some political power like that. So this one, as a journalist, she's eyeing ON, Order of Niger, that kind of award. So for her to get it, she will do everything to separate herself from Igbo. That's what Nigerian state has come. And for you to stop it, it's not about being angry to them. It's about being strong with who you are. Stand on the side of the truth, and without looking back, even if it costs you your political chance, everything, maintain it, because at long run, you are going to have your freedom. Some of you think that Biafran freedom is all about, land. And what about psychological aspect of it? People don't want to accept who they are simply because of fear of what they will say, fear of what they will tell. It doesn't work that way now.
They probably also have attacked Yorubas, for all I know. I have no idea. Because I find the whole thing so upsetting. I've kind of stayed away from it, which is strange for me to avoid something completely. But I just, maybe because I grew up in the thick of the Biafra war, and Biafra meant something to me. Biafra is the sort of ideal at that time, anyway, growing up. I don't like to see the name being bandied around now by people who are so abusive in such a crude way.
And you should be, I don't want to insult this woman. Honestly, I don't. But please, all of you in the comment section, I am sorry, I am sharing screen. So sharing the screen, I have to focus on where the video is playing from. So I'm not seeing some of the comment and everything now. But I appreciate you. Keep the comment coming if you have time, because I'm running the video watching my back, because I don't know when USB government is supposed to start program at 6. Of course, we're going to stream it here, but I want to do this program sharply. Please make sure you like the video and share it on many platforms of your choice. As you can see, the owner of the platform are they are busy suppressing channels, not only mine. Many people are, their views, everything dropped. And it's not because of another thing, it's from the owner of the platform. They are the one, they started my own since middle of this year. But I just keep on managing. If you check my subscribers here and my view, they are not corresponding. It's from the owner of this platform. So I want you to understand that the more you like the video, the more you are actually helping us to continue. There's many ways to survive this. Let me quickly scan through the comment before I come back to this video. Let me start from down here. And again, Duro, I see you. You say you are not insulting, but saying the fact. Thank you so much for that. And also blessed. God bless you, my brother. Wow, super chat. Thank you so much, my brother. Although is from Bongo to super chat, giving super chat from Bongo. You must be, that's your heart, my dear. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. What matters is the heart, to be honest. For you to support us financially means a lot to me, especially those of us that are brothers from watching from Bongo. It's not easy. To stay there is not easy. It's equivalent to purgatory. If you're a Roman Catholic, you understand what I mean by purgatory. And again, I said exactly, if only the five so-called states can go, anyone who can join us. I don't even beg to be, because the creation of another state now open my eyes somehow. I pity for our brothers from those places that are doing a very wonderful work to unify Igbo. I cannot just ignore their effort. But for the fact that some of these elders who claim they are National Assembly, they are this, that, some of them the king or whatever, I can open their mouth and yap nonsense. It's not today. Now, imagine how they're denying Igbo publicly now. Do you think they will accept Biafran with all their chest? Think about it. If you cannot accept Igbo, is it Biafran that you accept? I doubt. And that brings me to the issue of making sure. I understand the effort of mass American to make sure that at end nobody is going to blame anybody. But to me, somebody in a feed with his own duty is to come close. For example, if I use spoon and dig rice, I want to put in your mouth. It's your duty to put your mouth. It's not my duty to also force it in your mouth. I am helping you to feed you. Your duty is to help me. You have to come close. Stretch your neck and open your mouth to receive that food from me. The moment you begin to frown your face and close your mouth, then me that is feeding you will look stupid. And it shouldn't be like that. JJ, Mazeka, Doreen, I see you greeting with you. I agree with you. I will run with the 5 states. Okay, not only me thinking like that, because it's irritating, to be honest with you. I understand how, because I know how I feel. Like this woman now, you say your father happened to he was representing Biafra in London during time of 1967, and you are judging by your age, you are here then. So I don't think they born you after the war. No, looking the way you are looking and your age now, I can tell that you are a very young girl or a baby that time. You understand? So, and you still don't grab anything. Your old is to the way that you're talking about that so arrogant and it's for that no good. Some of our women are not doing good because if your mother is an Igbo woman, she did a very bad job on you. She's not training you well, and you are busy talking about how they train other people. What an irony. Okay, let's go back to the video and show me the law. Show me the law. I see you greeting man. Show me the law. I love this one. Then show me the law. Show me the law. I see you. Good evening, Mazakai. Also blessed. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. And Bonify, greetings. Good evening. Also, okay, also blessed. You are a member of this. You are one of us. Okay, you are a member here. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you also. And Oliver, I see you. John. So please keep the comment coming, and we are gonna continue. Because I said something, I set a poll on this video to know how many of us that have liked the video, and I hate to share. 7 people say that they hate to share, and 93 people say they have liked the video. Okay, I appreciate you. How many people have liked the 49? So I hope that we're gonna get up to 100 likes while we're still streaming here. All right, and keep your eyes here because we will come back after this to stream the program that USB government, have scheduled to have today. I don't know if they're going to continue, but I will make sure that I follow them on that as well. So that's why you need to follow us here. And if you're new, please subscribe to the channel. Don't hesitate. Now, let's go back to the video. Of course.
Okay, so all these crude abusive people, maybe they'll start sending me all kinds of stupid messages on social media. They should go ahead. I don't care because I've got no regard for that. And that takes me to the next point.
You don't have any regard for them. You don't care. But you often, people are going to hear you because you said many times here that these people are riffraff, and they're showing you mob behaviors. They behave like gangsters, and you think now you are very polite and your behavior is very excellent. You don't care. If you don't care, why are you talking about them? As simple as that. You say you're intelligent, isn't it? You don't care. Then why are you talking about it? And why are you complaining? When you have already moved on with your journalism certificate and you're working with mainstream media for the government and you are living your life. You don't care. Like you said, not only we don't care about it, we don't care on many things. You don't care about the freedom of your people. You don't care about those that state are buying. You don't care about the life and the well-being of people. As long as you and your family is okay, you're okay. Therefore, you can travel abroad, your children live in abroad, and what have you.
A lot of Igbo people I know have no regard for IPOB. While accepting that they as an ethnic group have suffered.
It is accepted, it is expected to have people who disagree with IPOB. Why is it so difficult for people to understand this? Is nobody said that everybody should be IPOB. That is why Mazakano keep on saying referendum. And that referendum is for some of you who still don't believe that self-referendum that Biafran have organized is just it doesn't matter to you, right? Okay, organize referendum, not the one that INEC will be in charge, not the one that Nigerian federal government will be in. No, UN, I don't even trust UN. Like I said previously, you can call maybe American alone to organize it, or maybe Americans and Israel. These are people that I'm expecting some dignity from. All right, not I used to think that Finland is there, but now Finland have shown me that they are a bunch of gangsters, especially the current government of Finland. But imagine if UK organizing a referendum. that is the finishing. There's no need to do a referendum because they will call the result from their bed. So there's no need. But if you think you have so many people who disagree with IPOB, it's a very good thing. So use your platform and start championing for a referendum. So we just end it once. But you are panicking. Don't you? You are panicking because you know that you are lying to yourself.
A lot of unfairness, while accepting that IPOB have highlighted some important injustices. They don't want to be represented by a group that behaves the way Nnamdi and his people behave.
They don't want, according to her, they don't want to be accepted. They don't want to join IPOB. They don't want to be part of the movement because to them, the way Nnamdi Kanu and his people, according to you, are behaving is a no-no for you. That's what they're trying to tell us, right? But the question is, since they don't like it, what are they doing differently? That is always my question. What are they doing?
And this thing about making everybody sit at home on Mondays or is it Tuesdays throughout the Southeast, terrorizing everybody, violence, all kinds of rubbish, toxic, horrible behavior. A lot of people are very, very, very opposed to them. But because of the way they behave, people are afraid to come out and condemn them. It's a bit like how many Northerners are afraid to come out and start shouting against Boko Haram.
I still don't understand. A journalist of your level should understand that Mazakan is not the one facing the seat at home. The seat at home every Monday started after his kidnap. He's not used to being like that. Do we have seat at home every Monday when Mazakan was here? That's why it's not. It happened only when Biafrans want to, recognize people that died in 1970 to 1960, which your father happened to be one of the leaders there. Do you understand? I respect your father for being a part of it. It's not easy, but you having a daughter like you is questionable, very, very questionable. But what am I even saying? Ojukwu married to a woman who I think you are even better than her own. Why? I think you're even better than Ojuku's wife, to be honest with you, because at least you are saying your own from on a low key. But look at it, her own is to get Igbo youth arrested. That's just to maintain her office. It's not as if she don't know what she's signing into. She knew, but she chose to do that.
I'm sure it's the same thing in Palestine. Is there many Palestinians who are tired of Hamas, but they can't talk because of the way Hamas carries on. Okay, it's dangerous to criticize.
The same thing with in Nigeria. So this agitation is all about people are tired of it. You are just shooting yourself on your leg because you are trying to call Palestinian. What is the difference between Palestinian and Nigeria? Is leaders of Hamas was spotted in Nigeria. What is different? I don't see much different. Some of you will be angry, or you are this, but tell me the difference between Palestinians and Nigeria today. What is different? Staying in IDP camp, running away from their home, bombarding their houses, killing, which they themselves actually doing, using Hamas, hiding under Hamas. And what is different between that? Is it not the same thing? Is it not the same thing? Is it the only difference is because their skin is white and Africa, are blacks now, and their own is just nobody reports it until if they buy 100 people in any country, even in Asia, that are not black race, if they buy 100 people, the whole world, you make a headline in the whole world. Nobody, you don't need to pay for that. But you have to buy thousands and millions in Africa before it cannot make headway. And people like you who are journalists, your job is to downplay it so that white people will not see you, that you are trying to rub shoulder with them. Look at in all angles, not only journalists. If you look at so-called church leaders publicly denying that there's nothing like Christian genocide, and people who are not a Christian, who are not even leading, maybe churchgoers, are the one even amplifying this reality, telling the whole world, look at what is going on. But somebody with the bishop cap and the reverend cap with their private jet are telling you that no, brethren, let's go and pray in Anopa. So look at your own little way. What are you doing?
Groups. Then another thing that has put me off in Namdi is I have seen videos of people kneeling down and kissing the hem of his garment or his feet. That kind of narcissistic personality cult nonsense just, puts me off.
You saw it does not mean that American is begging people to do that. People that displaying those pictures, sharing it, are from Southwest and Bini people. My own, I don't need to hide West. And the purpose of sharing those videos is actually, they've actually achieved it. To pollute people like you, who have brain, I presume, and who have the voice, I believe, to twist it down to suit the narrative. Just like how the Southwest people have deceived Igbo people from riverine area, that Igbo, they should be afraid of the Igbos, be afraid of, and at the same time telling them that Anoma and those that are ancestral land somehow belong to some people that are not them, that are just there for because of act of their kindness. Twisting history for them because they understand that you don't have the brain to comprehend something meaningful. Since you chose to act like Mumu, they will feed you with Mumu information. Today, people say that I'm just trying to touch all this so that you know the danger or the sickness of these people. They want to make you hate Igbo people, and it's not something that happened one day. It has been there for a long time. If they can capture somebody whose father participated in Biafran freedom, Biafran movement in 1967, if they can deceive somebody like you, who your family was involved in Biafran war and Biafran freedom then. But now, if you can turn around and see people differently from different from you, even though your mother is Igbo woman, and you are still, if you can maintain the hate about Igbo people, that means other people who their parents did not get much involved, they are innocent because you have actually made them to look innocent. Let's continue.
Anybody, even when President Tinubu goes around playing on your mandate, we shall stand, when he goes to public functions where not everybody is an APC member, it annoys me. How much more so when one young man goes around talking as if he's some kind of emperor and people are treating him like one. I don't like that kind of megalomania. I don't like it. And then
they have asked him, because you just conclude because of the picture. I don't think you have listened to Master Makano broadcast, because to be honest with you, you are very ripe to become his student. You are not. You think you're a graduate, but Master Makano, you need to attend his class. That is not the fact. You need to be in his classes so that you can modernize your sense of reason, because you are reasoning based on from some of the reports from Idumota, those cut and join information. That's what it have turned you upside down. You may be a nice person, I don't know you a person, but truth be told, you gather your information from gutter. Master Kano have never for once asked anybody to praise him, to do this and do that, and he understands that thing hurt people like you so much, and he want to show you that he don't care. You are not the only one that said he don't care. He want to show you that he don't care what to think about it. But those who know him know that Master Kano he's a very humble human being, very very humble. If he's that kind of egoistic person, people would have just pee on his body and he will just let go. Are you aware of what they did to him during his before he married the church? You don't know. Do you know his fight with Mazor people? You don't know. If you know, you understand that he's a very down to earth human being. And I'm not here to tell you that, but maybe when you want to learn, you learn.
I was also told to say, when I told one or two senior Igbo people that I was going to make this video, well, finally, they said, can you just mention, please, that I burned down Uncle George Obioso's house. George Obioso was the President General of Ohanese, and they burned down his house in the village, allegedly because they weren't happy that he had received support from Bokus of Jimma, the Imo State governor, who is one of the, pariahs. And I can see why anybody would be pissed off with Hope. I am myself, he used to be my next door neighbor, and I count him as a friend. But there are certain things around his life in recent years that I can't say I'm happy about.
Oh, but, you can even see, so you actually agree on that one. Okay, but I'm not in support of anybody burning anybody's house, anybody's property. I'm not in support. But if they burn somebody's house, let's just ask ourselves a question, because I believe that you're educated and people like you, so many of them are pretending to be ignorant when they're supposed to say the truth. They pretend that they don't know. But once you shift away from that question, oh, they are very smart, they know everything. So you actually say something here that you are not happy that they burned down George Obioso's house, which is of course is understandable. But those Igbos, Igbos in your own words, that told you to go and mention that they burned the house, which is good to mention, all right? But the question is George Obioso's house is the only house they burned? So why picking that one house alone? Is it the only house? There are so many other houses that was burned. Do you know do you know that the number of houses that Nigerian forces burned down in Southeast? Are you trying, since you can watch Masakano's picture, you have time to see his picture when people are kissing his foot and he pisses you off, which is okay, this is your life. So are you saying you are not able to see the videos of Nigerian forces, Nigerian government, who puts them, of course, using tractor, bulldozer to put people's house down? No, I'm surprised that none of you are talking about it. This is not to justify burning George's house down. I'm not justifying that. Those who did it, they know their reason. I don't know. But now that I don't know the reason, I have every right to condemn it until I know the reason. All right? But I can tell you, there are so many videos of Nigerian state pulling structures down, burning it down. Just allegedly that somebody is a governor. This is just the recent one. Is a governor in United States of Biafra declared. What did they do? Army went there and raised the house down. In fact, they destroyed the roofing they destroyed it beyond even foundation level. They just wreck everything, pull everything down. They make sure that not even a one room, not even one block, okay, stand in that entire compound. They destroyed everything and rained bullets in search of one person. What is the offense? That he is a supporter of Biafra. If the person now trace what happened to his family house and find out that one or two people from the village, okay, conspired with people who did it, what do you think will happen? What do you think will be their reaction? I leave it for you to answer.
He can be nice. He supported Ohanese, Uncle George, to be the leader of the pan-cultural Igbo group. And for that, the man's house should be burned down. I remember when George Obiozor was the Nigerian ambassador to Washington. I went to visit him. I went on a work trip to America. And I went to visit him in Washington. Quintessential gentleman. He was already very elderly then. By the time he came home and became Ohanese boss, he was really, really very old. And I'm just appalled that anybody would go and burn down his house like that. Somebody told me that his heart was so broken, he was so dispirited after that, that he just went into decline. And as far as they're concerned, it is IPOB who killed Uncle George. I don't know. But that is one opinion. So I asked the people.
Okay, so they have gone to the extent of that IPOB killed him. Maybe as a journalist, I believe you have the evidence, isn't it? I don't blame you. Anybody can say anything because nobody will sue you. Anybody can say. What am I even saying? Did we have somebody who is constantly calling Biafran terrorists on social media? So your own is little. It's nothing.
I said, look, if it is true that many people disapprove of Nnamdi Kanu and or IPOB, why are all the Igbo leaders like this deputy Senate president or any leaders in the National Assembly and other Igbo leaders are complaining about his conviction?
When you have the proof.
Okay. Let us move to another thing because I have to bring the advertisement down. Okay. Like I've told you, I don't want the advert to appear. That is why I don't like to play video, playing advertisement. But I tried to download this particular video. After downloading it, it happened that the voice will change to one, I think, Arabian language or Spanish language. I don't know the language. Speaking one language that I don't even understand. So I think she put AI on the video. Maybe she don't know.
I was told that they're just being politically correct and playing to the gallery because if they don't display support for Kanu, they are going to lose their seats in the next election, or they're going to have their own houses burned down in their villages. So they're just pretending. Well, to be fair, I'm sure some of them are not pretending. Some of them are just probably concerned about the human rights aspect, which is what I would now like to mention. Human rights. Nnamdi Kanu, as I have made very clear, is not my cup of tea. However, I don't see why he should wind up with life imprisonment. And then some Boko Haram type of people who have caused widespread mayhem, but they've also been doing hate speech and all kinds of nasty, homicidal activities. Those ones have been rehabilitated, given jobs in the armed forces, and by the way, it's because of them probably that we're not doing very well in terms of curbing the security crisis in this country. They are partly responsible for that problem. But anyway, point being, why do you treat one set of terrorists this way, and then you treat another person you regard as a terrorist differently? So, as far as I'm concerned, I have to join those who are saying that Nnamdi Kanu should be pardoned or should have his sentence reduced, because I don't see that. Why should his own case be different from other people? Why are Igbo people always being routinely ill-treated within the political context in this country? I remember it was my mother who taught me the word Igbophobia. I think she made it up herself. And I've used it in some articles I've written for Vanguard, the newspaper in which I have a weekly column. And I've used that word quite with passion and anger, because there is Igbophobia in this country. There is definitely prejudice, deeply inbuilt prejudice against Igbo people in this country. And it's very, very unpleasant. It's very, very unfair. I'm not just saying this because my mother is Igbo. I'm saying this because I would complain about any group being targeted.
Judging by what you have said so far, I don't believe you. If APC call you now and give you maybe one ministerial position, there's nothing, there's no Igbophobia here. This country, we build it, our forefathers. Our forefathers made it that we should live in harmony and understanding. We should have to ourselves, we should protect ourselves. You know, these young children that are coming forward now, that will be the next line. If Danko Juku or Danko no, if she could do her own shenanigan, of course, anybody can behave like that. So I don't buy into that, and I'm not gonna play this particular video again for the sake of time, although we have come to an end of that though. But I want you to, what is this one? No. Okay. After she made this video, people flooded her comment section, and she have few things to say about it. Let me appreciate all of you in the comment section. I think I send my greetings to Gina Drew, of course. Doreen, I send my greetings to you. Namo the Lucky Palace, you are welcome. I see you. Victoria Weke, one of us. Our own sister, Divine Precious, is in the house. I see you. And Levi, I greet you. All of you in the comment section. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And make sure you like the video. Very, very important. Now, hear this.
And my view is that these things should be spontaneous and remarkable. So, this isn't just about politics. This is about us. This is where we confront the hard truths that few say publicly. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Nigeria Unfiltered. So last week, I presented you with a video in which I expressed my views about Nnamdi Kanu, the Biafra activist and leader of IPOB. Well, unsurprisingly, perhaps, I got a pretty large response, much larger than normal. There are only two people who have attracted more responses and reactions than...
Now she's celebrating that her video about Madam Kanu gave her view that she did not expect. More engagement, everything that she did not expect it, and it happened that she's enjoying it. This is her next video after the previous one that I just shared. This one I have successfully downloaded this one, so there's no problem. So this one I can pause it anywhere I want, and anytime I can just, this one belongs to me now. All right. Now I want us to hear what she said, because she managed to read comments. And I show you. So my focus on that video, she was focusing on the comment to know the reaction. And after receiving the reaction, I believe she twisted it. She just picked the good one and run with it. Now hear what she said.
Nnamdi Kanu, at least on my channel, Peter Obi and Prince Harry of the United Kingdom when he came to Nigeria last year with his half-black wife, Meghan Markle. So, Nnamdi is a huge celebrity in that sense.
No, I thought he's a tat and riffraff. Oh, now a huge celebrity, because now Oche you go color YouTube. I'll give you this woman is visible woman. Forget about this, because the way they behave after saying that you're not Igbo, but your character always shows that. The guy is a huge celebrity. Exactly, my dear Divine Precious. Old age is not knowledge. It's not knowledge at all. Not at all. You can't compare.
And I want to thank all the people who completely understood the points I was making and contacted me privately or publicly via social media to congratulate me on echoing their own opinions. It's always nice when people agree with everything you say, and a lot of people told me that they agreed with everything I said. And I must say that it was almost without exception. That positive reaction was almost without exception from educated people, particularly Igbos, okay? Then there were people who kind of like half agreed with me and half disagreed with me. And to those, I will say, I come in peace. Thank you for sharing some of your disagreements with me, because many of you did it in a very civilized way. That is, you agreed with some of the points I made, but not all of the points I made. And I regard such, I'm always grateful when people contact me with criticism that is sometimes constructive. It's good to hear other people's point of views. I'm not God. I don't know everything. I don't live your life, okay? So if, let's say you're living in Onitsha or Aba, and you have a love for Nnamdi Kanu, or at least if not a love for him, you understand him better than I do, because I do not live in the Southeast, right? Even though my mother is Igbo and my father was the Biafran ambassador to London during the first Biafran outing in the 1960s, the Biafra of today is not something I'm familiar with. And so I appreciate those who try to explain to me where they stand and why they have some sympathy for Nnamdi Kanu and the whole IPOB issue. So I come in peace and very, very happy to engage with people who may not agree with everything I say, but disagree in a civilized way. Okay, then there are those who were just downright abusive, pouring all kinds of nasty words on somebody who is in many instances old enough to be their mother. And, you know, all I can say to people who go around insulting in that very visceral, vicious way is you have no home training and you are riffraff. And there's nothing anyone can do about somebody who has no manners at all and does not know the difference between legitimate disagreement and bush, rattish, bad behavior. Okay, so, you know, at my age, I cannot be expected to agree with young men running around terrorizing people and burning houses down and bullying traders and professional people and anybody who has work to do, preventing them from going to work with this their sit-at-home order. And my view is that these things should be spontaneous. Let those who support you support you.
As if Master McCann is the one giving the seat at home. That's why you say you're a journalist, you should have access to better information. But why are you always, not only you, many of you people like you, always tagging this kind of thing to Master McCann? I don't know why. Honestly, I don't know why. Is it you are doing it as a fun or what? Anyway, everybody have right to do whatever they want to do, but can't Master McCann out from this young madness. Okay, he's not the one giving it at home every Monday. He's not the one.
Those who don't want to be too involved in your war against the system go about their lawful business. Okay, I mean, I know how I felt when Rivers.
This woman don't know that when during her father time, some people were saying the same thing that this woman was saying. Oh, you are dragging all of us to the war. You are dragging all of us. So you can how can you explain that people say this kind of thing to your own father, who happened to be ambassador to London, different ambassador to London, according to you? And you are aware of those things. Now you are not saying the same thing that people say to your father, and your father don't like it. How can you like that kind of thing? People are accusing you that you will drag us to war. Look at, just hear what she said. That you don't need to give, you allow people to go out to do their business. How many people was doing their business during 67, where your father was representing Biafra in London? How many people? Liars. This is the reason why I hate it when people who are supposed to know, they choose to pretend that they don't know. Master McCann has been kidnapped before. The reason why people are sitting at home every Monday is for him to be released. But you guys are not tagging this at home on his head. The only time he called for sit at home is that two times. during the election, which is not successful, at end he always call it off. 2 is every 30th of May to remember people that died in the war that your father also participated. Which I'm not against your father. Why would I be against your father? I'm not against your father because the system forced that war on them. But you are not talking as if they are the one that organized the war. The same thing. We have people like you during that time calling the Chukwu name and also targeting to your father. So if people are to be faced death sentence as you guys are, because you are saying that they should reduce the death penalty, they should reduce his sentence, they should release him. That is, how can you pardon a terrorist from the other one, and they also ignore another person from the other side, meaning that you actually indicting him, you accept that he is deserved to face any charges. What was his offense? For asking the Nigerian government to organize, let us conduct a referendum. Like people like you say that you say you have thousands of Igbos, so many of them that are against this. There were so many people also that was against it during 67. So there's no way in this world everybody must queue in one thing for that thing to proceed. It doesn't happen that way. During even Nigerian independence, before 1960s, Northerners was against it. They don't want independence. In fact, Nigeria is supposed to have the independence before 1960s, but they waited for Northerners to at least have some basic education. So that you can't have people agree on one thing. It's not possible. But majority always carry the vote. So it doesn't matter, in as much as we condemn criminality and violence, bloodshed, we have to also, each time we want to talk about criminality and violence, like in your own word, you say mob mentality, we have to trace it from the genesis. Who started it and why did it last so long? Who is the one actually displaying mob mentality here? A government that sent bulldozer to civilian house to pull it down. In the regime of those governors, Hope Uzodinma, for example, can you point one or two houses that he built for widows? Nothing. Go and watch his campaign. That he's going to give them how many thousand jobs in Europe, and he's going to pay for that etiquette. Please, Imolites, all of you, some of you that are here, maybe you know somebody that is now in Europe or in America, in Canada, because of job. Because of job, Hope provided for them. I can see our mommy, our own sister, Madam Origin is in the house. I see you. You're welcome. And thank you so much, Gina Duru, for your support. I really appreciate it. I'm just saying that for now. I'm just saying that God bless you for your support. You said, thank you so much, again. God bless you and reward you mightily. Ojugo said, is it Ojugo? Ojugo Chuku. He said, this woman is a devilish person. And Madam Origin said, does this woman have home training? She said she was not raised at home, raised in London. Okay, a very good question. A very good question, because you and not only that, she keep on saying that people don't have home training, that she don't care. I don't regard you. I don't regard you. If it's let's display the pitch here, they want imagine better. All this, these people that your father managed to loot money. I'm not talking about this woman. I'm talking about politicians. Like tomorrow night, you'll be hearing from these politicians, children of these politicians, like their children, like late Ifa, for example, his son and daughters are in Europe. So tomorrow night, they are stakeholders, those who their parents trained and educated and this and that. they'll be the one to force one or two things on you because they believe must be that way. This is the best way to go. When you know that this doesn't work like that, that's not what this doesn't work like that, and we have to call a spade a spade. Let me continue. I have to appreciate all of you. And Stella, see you. You said majority carried the vote exactly. Omotosho gave Hope Uzodinjo 14th position from first position. Is it the one that judged the case? Maybe, my dear, maybe. I think you are right. If that is Omotosho, if Omotosho is the one that gave that means Omotosho just hate Igbo for no reason. Official, I see you. Official said your comment by saying all this rubbish, it means that she does not have any regard for her father. God bless you. Though one thing I love our people is that if you think that you are smart, they will show you smartness. Did you just read this comment and that of Madam Origin? You see, people are giving you. They understand once you make comment, they don't need to have handshake and hug you to tell things about it. They know when you are saying something that is reasonable. You are attacking people because of what? And so what? Let's continue just here because this is a video reacting on the comment from people in that previous video. She first celebrated the engagement of that video and she was forced to, she managed to say the truth. The Masokan is a very big celebrity. No more riffraff, like you were dressing his people. Masokan is his people, mob mentality. And literally supporting or approving that he's a terrorist. For no reason, for continue from where your father stopped. You feel like they don't know.
It was subjected to a state of emergency that I thought was extremely unfair. I was really annoyed with Rivers people who didn't want to go out on the streets protesting and who did not share my...
Okay, this is how they behave. For you to know the level and the mentality of this woman. In River State, where she's claimed she resides, when they gave state of emergency there, she was angry to River State people why they did not go out and protest. As a journalist, you don't know this. You don't know the score. What will happen when you go out to protest in Nigeria today? You don't know. It's not. It's not bad guy. If your father was able to understand what Biafra naturally wants and stood by them, and the fact that he finally gave birth to somebody like you, that means this world is life is not fair. Because and not only your father, Ujuko of all person can get married to this kind of thing. Life is not fair. Now, if your father understands, if he managed to find the reason to support the family cause, you yourself have more. If you have every reason to understand what the father did, instead of segregation that you are now preaching. But sometimes you remember your mother and you want to be some kind of lineage somehow, but you know what you're doing. We all know that Nigeria is not working. And we know that protesting in Nigeria is suicide. Even it is better to it was easy to protest during military regime than to protest now in democratic regime. What is different? In 1990 whatever military regime, you can protest, right, and get killed or arrested. They can throw you to jail. But now they don't even need to arrest you. They will just position themselves as if they're in the war, war, put the one of their nails on the floor and position very, very well to buy on armed citizens. And you are here championing that they should come out and protest in River State because of state of emergency. Your children, I can bet, is somewhere in Europe or in the Western world. They can never come out to protest. Because to you, you are senior citizens, superior people that matter. You are not meant to protest, are you? You are not. But poor people should go out and protest for you to prove you right. You are angry to them. As if you don't have grandchildren or children. Let them come out and protest and get killed. That is what you want. If you are sensible enough like your father, because I believe you don't reason like your father. That anybody if anybody that attend to that position in the Biafra movement, you have my respect. And you don't represent what your father is at all. No. There's ocean difference between you and your father. You can't compare. There's no way you can compare. Let's continue.
Passionate anger about the situation. But I respected their rights to have a different perspective. So one of the things I don't like about IPOB is this complete inability to allow other people to have a different opinion and to assume a kind of overbearing leadership over an entire group in which many people do not agree with you. Okay?
Now, hold it there. I don't know who you are following. I don't know who you are listening to. IPOB under MNK, not this way underground sewage ranch. No, I'm talking about under Masnamo, the kind of Hamadike one of Africa. Under his leadership, there's nothing like Okucherefancho. No. He always opened door for question. There's no other leader that have taken question and answer like him, followed by PM. COS third. I don't need to lie to you. Masakano, I think it's Saturday morning. Okay, he will once in a week, question and answer. And he will spend 2 hours. If you that, I'll start playing it here. People that have watched it, I have many of his broadcasts, so many of that, I don't even know where to start. I have a way to get it. You understand? You understand? So if you are in doubt, I will start publishing it to you. Master can open doors for people to ask questions. Sometimes he will be angry. Who does that? That he needs a difficult question. That some of you, even if you follow Master Khan, then he will tell you if you call and start, Master Khan, God bless you, he will be angry with you. He tell you no. Go straight to the question. Don't that you are wasting time. The only problem that he had then is a social media platform like Facebook, then Twitter, and they used to shut because attack from all angles. They used to attack him to shut him up. If they attack, he will come again because he's a stubborn guy. If they attack, he will start it again and start up again. Sometimes that's why some of his videos you may spend 20 minutes without hearing anything. It was an attack. The man was ready to talk, to receive your questions. And that's his resistance. That is his effort. He mapped out his time for this kind of thing, and he pushed very, very hard. That thing have yielded a very good fruit. You think that if not the MNK was broadcasting constantly and taking questions, someone like Master Samadaba would have joined? No. So many of you today would have even coughed out anything. But because of the kind of person Master is, so you are just doing your thing, pursuing your journalism career, or maybe because I believe that people like you are waiting for ON, Order of Niger. So that's why you are doing what you are doing. And of course, as somebody who comes from South, the best way to get that recognition that Bashir and some of them from North are receiving without sweating, you have to focus on Igbo. Well, the more you attack Igbo, the more you are being rewarded. This guy called, I'm just giving you an example for you to know where some of them are coming from. The Reign of Mockery, he's very ready to say anything against Igbo people, just because he understands that the more he have nonsense against Igbo people, the more he paved way for him for political appointment. He understood it very well. And he tried his best to rub it around. That one did not work. He tried to be, he tried to play innocent by calling out evil. He realized that the more he do that, the more he relegated himself backward. The moment he find out that attacking Igbo people or Igbo politicians is the best thing that will give him not only access to politics, but access on social media. In Nigeria is a very big market because of the population. If you want to start up a social media platform as a non-Igbo person, the easiest way that they are growing their platform now to attack Igbo. Even Igbo people who love business so much have learned from that. Most of the accounts that are seen their Igbo name attacking the Igbo people, they are doing that because of engagement. Not that they don't know the truth. I said it in my previous video, I think that was 2 days ago, that I have a friend who told me in confidence that his own neighbor, this is not this, I'm not making up story. This my friend, I even spoke with him today. So I know what I'm talking about. He's an American. He told me that this person happened to be a Bini guy. His neighbor, a Bini from Edo State. On Facebook, the guy have a page on Facebook, but that page is not growing. No matter what, if you say anything, he remain that account remain where it is. It's not growing. Nobody is following him. But anytime he insults Igbo people, view like will come, so followers will come. He said, oh, wow, okay. If this is the inch that I'll be doing to grow my platform, I will be doing it. The guy will on his camera and begin to tell Igbo people they must leave Edo State. Igbos say that Lagos is no man's land. They are talking to themselves. That Igbos, yes, they deserve to. After saying all those things, Igbo will be on the Igbos. Our brother will be on his conversation and start arguing. You guys are from Edo. The guy is growing his platform, but because this is neighbor, we happen to be my friend. Know him one-on-one. They called me and said, "Why are you talking like Igbo?" He called them and begged them. He said, "Please, I am a content creator. Please, I don't take." He started telling them his stories. He have tried severally to build a platform, and he couldn't build it. That once he attacked Igbo, that is what give him, gun ahead. This is a way of telling you. Recording in progress. This is my own way of telling you that you need to avoid some of this kind of, unnecessary reaction that doesn't worth it. They're doing it because they want to grow their platforms, and you should be very, very careful of that. So you can hear the recording in progress is USB government preparing to start up their program. So we have few things to talk about before I will not go offline to come back again to join them as soon as possible. Speaking of people from Anioma, if you are from Anioma or maybe you are from Delta State or those places, those Igbo who don't agree that Igbo, maybe somehow you are facing identity crisis, you need to watch the video that we are going to play very, very soon. Not this one.
One of the things I said last week that really upset me about IPOP was that they burned down the house of Ambassador George Obioso, a man I didn't know that well, but, was very fond of. I met him a couple of times. Quintessential gentleman, and I did not see why, at his age, I think he must have been in his 80s, and why he should be subjected to such violence. And anybody who cannot understand my distaste for that type of behavior lives on a different planet from me. And we'll just have to agree to disagree. But please, if you want the world to sympathize with your struggle, try and be a little bit more civilized. Another thing I don't understand is if somebody agrees with you on maybe 2 out of 5 issues, why do you have to treat them like an enemy? So I say that I complained about Igbophobia, whereby Igbos are discriminated against politically, especially. I complained about the fact that Nnamdi Kanu had received harsher treatment than other people, some other people whom the federal government regards as terrorists. I mean, we keep on hearing about jihadi terrorists.
Okay, I'm going to take it down here because what he's saying is practically what he said in the previous video. I know some of us would have maybe you want to come in to say 1 or 2 things. So I will hear this.
and hatred for Igbo, not just in Nigeria, worldwide. I will tell you the story if you have time.
Please go ahead, sir.
We have a situation where Igbos are despised not because of the bad things they do, but because of their ingenuity. You understand? Their unwillingness to be enslaved. The Igbo man's maxim or dictum is, give me liberty.
Give me liberty.
Or life, or death.
Give me liberty or death.
I'm sure you've heard of Igbo landing, have you?
Yes.
Atlanta.
I was there in August. I was in Atlanta in August, where we annually go to commemorate the event that led to the demise or the return of our Igbo ancestors back in 1823, I think it was, in New Brunswick, St. Simon Island. Yeah. These are people who refuse to be enslaved. Hence the maxim, liberty or death. That was one. It costs the white man a lot of money. When you have paid some miscreants in Africa to sell your brother or your brothers and sisters into slavery, and those ones decide not to be enslaved, you lose income, naturally.
Yeah.
The slave masters hated the Igbo for it. And between the west coast of Africa and the New World, America, there was a lot of mutiny.
Yeah.
Hence we have Igbos in Barbados, Haiti,
Jamaica.
God bless you, son, in Jamaica. You understand? And everywhere they went, they dominated because they refused to be enslaved. The uprising in Haiti that led to the defeat of Napoleon was led by Igbo generals. Today in Haiti, there's a tribe that bears the word Nous Igbo. Nous in French means we are. We are it today. If you go to Sierra Leone, you find a true Sierra Leone person say, me good Igbo Pekin. So there's this fear. And I don't know if you know about Olaudo, Aquano,
Yes.
that the white man has corrupted to Elado Aquino, the first man to have bought himself out of slavery and married a German princess, a Igbo man. He wrote several books. The problem we have in Igbo land is that we allow people to tell our story to us. We should stop that nonsense. Belushi, we should stop it. As for Igbo-ness, what else can I do? My name is Iwanya. Iwanya Igbo no be a Jufo. So I don't see what else I can be. The weaponization of things, poverty in Igbo, is like identify with Igbo and perish during the Civil War. And quite a number of people denied it because, self-survival. I don't blame them. But I will never succumb to that threat of blackmail. It's either my Igbo or death. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Japa, I feel very elated. I feel, how did the speaker for English say? To have you here. It's like a Christmas for me, sir. I would exploit your wealth of experience, sir. Now, among the Anyomas who claim to have a different origin are some parts of the Ezechima clan. There has been a controversy over time about the identity of Ezechima. To some, Ezechima is a Bini man. To some, of very few of us, we say he's from Arochukwu. Sir, please, I would want you to clarify on who Ezechima is, because we have about some communities in Aniocha North and plus Onitsha that are renowned for being part of the Ezechima clan, and those communities have been in the center of this controversy. Sir, please, can you tell us who is Ezechima?
It's actually lack of knowledge that has caused this misunderstanding. An indisputable fact is established that Ezechima was a native doctor from Aro. Unquestionable. He was a powerful medicine man, they called them those days. And he traveled far and wide, as far as Akure, but decided to settle in Benin. I've forgotten the Oba of Benin then, if I knew you were going to bring up this question, I probably would have refreshed my memory so I can tell you the name of the Oba. He settled in Benin and the Oba was overawed by this man's powers. The kind of wonders he did with herbs and other things. So the Oba, being a man who believed that he had a mission to take care of his people, offered Ezechima expanse of land to practice his mbologo. You understand?
Yes.
And being an Igbo man who believed in expansionism, he went home and brought his kin. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And Igbos are very adventurous. And wherever they go, they make the place better. Trust me. They say if you go anywhere, you don't see any man chakwa or chakwa. You understand?
Yes.
And the Oba's mother ventured into the farm of Ezechima for firewood. And some rascals of Ezechima's clan attacked her, that she had no right to come into the farm, which I think was a wrong judgment. Who owns the land? The Oba. Who gave it the land? The Oba. But because they had been given the land, they felt it was theirs to protect. And when they attacked the Oba's mom, the Oba's younger brother came and killed a few of them. And when the news got to the Oba, he banished Ezechima and said, "You're leaving my territory." So Ezechima and his family, his clan, decided to a backward migration, going back. And as they went back, some of them decided to settle along the way in Ibuakiri, now called Ibanke.
Ibuakiri.
Abo, Umnede, Obio. And majority of them settled in Iseluko and Uburuko, around that area. But the last clans went across the Niger to Onitsha. A few went to Obosi. That is why some of them keep having this warped notion that they are from Benin. Even some people in the Kwere land claim they're from Benin. But the Oba of Benin has, the current Oba actually wrote a book that they're not from Benin. They're Igbos. So I don't see why you should deny your ancestry because of a mess of pottage. You understand? So when they went back with certain things that were unique to Benin.
Okay, in terms of culture?
No, attire.
Attire.
Not culture.
Okay.
In fact, if anything, Benin took our culture because today they have the 4 market days in Benin. They took our culture. So I don't see why we should be afraid or ashamed to sell our culture and ideas to the world. We are chosen people of God. And anybody who denies Igbo-ness will have to answer to it at some stage. So I don't know whether I have explained to you this issue of Ezechima. It was a backward migration. I have some friends from your place, Iseluku, who quarrel with me every time when I tell them they're Igbo. They say, and I five I'm married to a Benin woman. I'm proud to be associated with them. Yes. But I will not sell my soul to Benin people because I want to make some money from the federal government. No. This thing has led to victimization of Ndibu. And they are trying to make us look small. Smaller than we are.
Yes.
From, I think it was in the 50s, Dennis Osadebe has always advocated for Anioma State. If you remember, I don't know whether you were born or not.
No, I wasn't born.
I was in secondary school then. Okay. So we have to educate our people. While history has been banned in Nigerian schools, it does not deny us the opportunity of telling the stories to our children. Yeah. Even if it's not part of the curriculum in secondary school. You don't have to write exam for everything. Today in the UK, people are studying David Beckham's Bend It Like Beckham. Oh. It's up to you to decide what you want to teach your children. And the sooner we start, the better. Yeah. So Ezechima is an Igbo man. The Obalo Saje of Iseluku, I think, is the late Dr. Alex Enele. He's from Obosi. They gave him title there because of the relationship they have with Obosi. And your place is Sele, I think. Or is it? I think it was this year.
It's a look.
Yeah, Opalo said he's deceased now. One of the members of the Echo Hospital, the E in the Echo Hospital. The Echo Hospital in Lagos is Eneli, Kuku, and Obiora. So let us educate and be proud to be Igbo. At the point of death, be proud to be Igbo.
Thank you very much. If you are just joining the show, Anioma stayed in the waiting, not in the making. We don't make them. We just the wait, make it actualize. We have our guest, is an insurance consultant and the founder of Anioma Redemption Group.
All right, I'm going to end it here to join the other program. That's why I did not want to analyze anything here. We are going to play the videos, maybe later in the future. Please take care of yourself and please join us as we hook on to the current live program from USB government in a short while. God bless you. And please, if you have not liked the video, do like it and join us in a few minutes. All right, we'll be back again. God bless you. Take care.